Why did human beings invent religion? Was it divine truth or just a necessary illusion? Imagine a time before temples, before gods, before holy books. Just raw nature, lightning flashing across the sky, predators lurking in the dark, death at every corner. A world full of questions without answers. Why are we here? What happens after we die? Who controls this chaos? That's the beginning of religion, not in heaven, but in human fear and wonder. Today we explore the real reasons why religions were created, not from faith, but from history, psychology, anthropology, and philosophy. And before we dive deeper, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy thought-provoking discussions that challenge conventional beliefs. So let's begin with a clear question. Why were religions created? The simple answer is, religions were created by human beings, not by any gods, to explain the unknown, reduce fear, enforce morality, build social order, and serve the interests of power. Let's examine how and why. In his book Sapiens, historian Yuval Noah Harari explains that what makes Homo sapiens different from other animals is imagination. We can create shared myths. Money, nations, laws, and religion, they're all imaginary constructs that help large groups of people cooperate. Among them, religion was the first major unifying story humans ever told. Early humans didn't understand natural phenomena. Lightning, earthquakes, eclipses, disease, everything was mysterious and terrifying. Without science, they filled those gaps in knowledge with supernatural explanations. When a child died unexpectedly, they believed the spirit was angry. When a drought came, the gods must be punishing the tribe. This is what we call the God of the Gaps fallacy. Where there is ignorance, God is inserted. Osho Rajneesh once said, "Man created God in his own image." And indeed, the earliest gods reflected human emotions: anger, jealousy, love, vengeance. Religion began as a psychological response to fear, and a way to explain what was otherwise unexplainable. It was a story that brought comfort, even if it wasn't true. But religion quickly evolved beyond mere superstition. As human societies grew, especially after the agricultural revolution, there was a new need: social order. Tribes turned into villages, villages into cities. Thousands of people needed to live together, cooperate, and follow rules. You can't watch everyone all the time. But if people believe an invisible God is watching them day and night, morality can be enforced through fear. This is where religion became a tool for social control. Behave well, and you'll be rewarded in the afterlife. Disobey, and you'll suffer for eternity. Heaven and hell became ancient law enforcement systems. Religion created obedience, guilt, and submission, not through reason, but through fear. As power structures formed, religion and politics merged. Kings became divine. Pharaohs were gods. Emperors ruled by divine right. Religion justified the authority of rulers and kept the masses in check. Temples became centers of wealth. Priests became lawmakers. Sacred texts became unchallengeable doctrines. Questioning religion became dangerous, often a crime punishable by death. So religion was not just a belief system. It was a political system, an economic system, a tool of hierarchy and oppression. It was not revealed from above. It was built from below by those who want to control others. But some argue otherwise. They say religion wasn't created by humans. It was revealed by God. They claim religion gives meaning, provides morality, creates community, and inspires beauty. These arguments sound noble, but let's evaluate them critically. First, the idea that religion was revealed by God is a circular argument. Religious texts say God exists, and the proof is that these texts say so. That's like saying a novel is true because the characters in the novel believe it's true. It's not evidence. It's belief built on belief. Moreover, if God revealed himself, why do different religions have completely different gods? Hindus have thousands. Christians have one. Buddhists don't even emphasize a creator God. If there was one universal truth, why does it contradict itself across cultures? The simplest explanation is this. Each religion reflects the culture, geography, and psychology of the people who created it. Religion is man-made. Then comes the claim that religion is the source of morality. But even chimpanzees and bonobos, our closest evolutionary relatives, show empathy, fairness, and cooperation. Morality is not handed down from above. It evolved from the needs of social living. As secular ethics shows, we can base morality on human well-being, compassion, and reason, not divine commandments. You don't need to believe in God to understand that kindness is better than cruelty. In fact, religious morality has often justified violence, slavery, and oppression when it suited those in power. Another common argument is that religion gives meaning. And it does, but so do music, love, science, philosophy, and art. Meaning doesn't need to be eternal to be real. Existentialism teaches us that meaning is not given to us. We create it. Life may have no built-in purpose, but that doesn't make it meaningless. In fact, it makes every moment more precious. As Albert Camus wrote, the absurdity of life doesn't demand despair. It demands rebellion. To live fully, even in a universe without ultimate meaning, is a triumph of consciousness. We don't need heaven to love. We don't need hell to be good. We don't need myths to live deeply. What about beauty and community? Yes, religion has inspired great music, architecture, and gatherings. But so has secular life. From the art of the Renaissance to the discoveries of modern physics, humans have created beauty without religion. Science itself, in revealing the vastness of the cosmos, evokes all that no scripture can match. Imagine, 13.8 billion years ago, the universe exploded into being. Stars formed, galaxies spun, planets evolved. And here we are, tiny conscious beings made of stardust, capable of wonder, love, and thought, that is more spiritual than any ancient myth. Today, science replaces superstition. Where religion once said demons cause disease, medicine found bacteria. Where religion said the earth was flat, astronomy revealed a sphere. Where religion said man was made from clay, biology explained evolution. The more we understand the world, the fewer gods we need. Psychologically, religion satisfies emotional needs. It helps us cope with fear, loss, and death. But that doesn't make it true. Fairy tales also comfort children. That doesn't make them real. Truth isn't always comforting. And comfort isn't always truth. Sociologically, religion provided identity and community. But it also created division, holy wars, crusades, inquisitions, and terrorism. The same tool that unites can also divide. So, in the end, why were religions created? Because we are curious, fearful, social, and imaginative. Religion answered questions before we had science. It offered order before we had law. It gave comfort before we had psychology. It was our first attempt to make sense of the world. But it is no longer our best. Today we have better tools: reason, science, compassion, and critical thinking. We don't need stories to make life meaningful. We only need to live consciously, courageously, and freely. As Osho said, religions have made man feel guilty. A free man needs no religion. A free man has a consciousness of his own. So let us live freely.